dad's dream to talk about his favorite team with the son of digging the stats. Come and join us, nerding on the Dbacks.
Hello, welcome back to Nerding on the Dbacks.
That's right, the only father-son baseball show.
You messed that up.
Yeah, I sure did.
The only and one.
The one
And only
father-son baseball show.
in America.
That's right, not in Denmark.
Took my line.
They do play baseball in Denmark, though.
Oh.
But I don't know if they have a father-son podcast going on there.
Probably.
Maybe.
And it's
So,
probably-
welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. We finally made it.
They probably have more listeners than us.
They might. They've probably been doing it longer than us.
And they probably didn't go to Mexico for...
I doubt there are probably many what do they call them? Dutch people that
Denmarkians.
yeah that go to Mexico. Period. It's probably not a real common place to go. So anyway, we're it only took us 53 seconds to derail this podcast completely. So I'm Dad,
That's how we
aka
do it.
Chris.
And I'm Son, aka Phoenix.
That's right. So we were, as Phoenix alluded to, in Mexico. A couple of us came back with Montezuma's Revenge, and it was a rough go for a few days there. And you had gotten an earache from the ocean.
It was very ouchy.
But we did do some really cool stuff. Phoenix went on jet skis for the first time in his life.
Yep.
Which was rad.
That was
It was super
awesome.
fun going to do that with him. And so, yeah, we're back. We're ready to talk some baseball. And we're going to start off with just doing a Did You Really Just Say That show? Because we need to get back into the swing of thing of kind of catching up and seeing what's really going on with the D-backs. We didn't see a game for like 8 days while we were gone and traveling. And due to just kind of catching up with life and everything, we haven't really gotten to pay attention like we normally do. So we kind of have things straightened out now in life, and so we'll be able to start getting back to more than just watching the 10-minute recaps on MLB TV each game. So that'll be nice. And with that, did you really just say that? Do you want to introduce all the boys and girls to how Did You Really Just Say That works?
JDs and Lenzelman. This is Did You Really Just Say That? The best podcast game show. Actually, just game show in general. Yeah, take that, Steve Harvey. Yeah, it's the best one because we make these rules that make it the best. So the predictions must be quantifiable, which means they must be trackable. Yep. Just like an Apple Watch. We will.
Nice. Smooth. We actually put an Apple Watch on the predictions. Each prediction gets their own Apple Watch.
Yep, every prediction we put an Apple Watch on there. All right. Yeah. We will track it with an Apple Watch. Also, with first.
Yeah, the key KPIs that we're looking for off of this Apple Watch are
hits, of course.
batting average.
Yep, batting average, 2 baggers and home runs.
Yeah.
We will decide on the hit type or the type of Apple Watch we put on it. Each prediction.
Do you know how an Apple Watch works? We don't give it a type of Apple Watch. We just put an Apple Watch on it and we find out whether it's hitting a single, a double, or a home run, or it's just getting out.
Well, there's like different types of Apple Watches.
Yeah, but they're pretty much just colors.
No.
All right, whatever. So that's really it. And to get started with Did you really just say that? Of course, we have to start with, you really said that. And so
You said that.
Really?
we're going to start with Dad and the things that Dad got wrong, because Dad didn't get anything right.
Yeah.
Dad.
Your Apple Watch is broke.
Dad said, I said that Corbin Carroll will lead the D-backs in batting average in May. Wasn't even close. I think he was 4th amongst qualified batters.
Oh, you smashed your Apple Watch.
Yeah. Yep. Well, wait, it gets worse. Alec Thomas will throw a runner out at home in the month of May. He didn't even play. That didn't go well. D-backs and Tigers will score a total of 14 runs or less in their series. This is a while ago now, but I think this number, this 14, got surpassed by about the second inning of Game 2. It was already off the rails, so I definitely lost that one. I actually, I don't know this, but I had said at the time, I think that might have been the most runs the Tigers had put up in a 3-game series all season long. Still to this date. I should go look at that because I'm kind of curious, but it would not surprise me at all. And then the D-backs will go into the Rangers series on May 27th with a winning record.
Oh yeah, I said that. Really? Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, God, they were 4 games, 5 games, 6 games under 500 at that point. It was rough. Just like, I'm not going to say anything more. If you know the old SNL skit with Alex Trebek and Sean Connery,
people.
you'll know what I was about to say. So, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, 0 for 4 for Dad. Not a great showing. What did you do there, son?
All right. So I got one right.
He really said that? Yes.
What was it?
So the one I got right
Oops.
is,
This is supposed to say May.
Christian Walker will lead the team in OBP at the end of May.
Yes.
Yep. So I gotta
And he did.
single on that.
I mean, we're going by technicalities. By qualified batters, he led the team. Jock Peterson actually had the highest OBP on the team, but he doesn't play enough to be a qualified hitter. And so qualified hitter is how we're gauging this. Otherwise, you could potentially include Pavin Smith on this list, and that's not fair. So, yeah, Jock was the leader in the clubhouse, but he didn't qualify with enough plate appearances. So you get this one for a single. Woohoo!
Woo, yeah.
All right, yeah.
He really said that? Yes.
All right. So what? Now you have a few wrong ones. Why don't you tell the audience about those?
All right. So, of course, it's not a Nerd on the D-back show without Lourdes. I said Lourdes will, his K percentage will be 16 or lower for the season at the end of May. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
He was like 20 or 30 or something.
It was 18, but yeah, it was a ways off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I said Gurriel, again, will change his hair color before June. He didn't do that either.
No, he
No.
sure didn't.
No.
All right.
And then we got Showtime goes hitless versus the D-backs on May 20th. I ran out of
The imaginary pom pom.
yeah.
I like it.
And then the D-backs sweep the Tigers.
Oh, what a brutal series too.
Yeah.
That Tiger series. That's probably good. That might be the low of the season. Was that Tiger series? I would consider that. I mean, the season's not over yet, but I would consider that the low of the season. I can't imagine that it gets worse than losing 2 out of 3 at home to the Tigers.
Yeah.
Especially in the fashion that they lost.
I'm
them
gonna give it one more.
and
for that.
won that one. Yeah. So, oh,
You said that.
Really?
Really?
yeah, you did.
Did he
So-
really say that?
All right. So, yeah. So with that, what do we got for the count here, Phoenix, for the season?
All right, so the count is 3-2. The umpire made some bad calls, but oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, the stat line.
So you're talking about the stat lines. All right. So for Dad, his batting average is 444.
Yep, 444.
Yep. Fo.
Nice.
Can I say that?
Yep.
All right. He also has 3 doubles and 1 home run.
Yep.
Instead of home runs, you only have 1.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So
It's a categorical heading.
for me,
Woo!
I don't have any pom-poms anymore.
Okay.
They're on the ground. I got a 308 for batting average. I got 2 doubles for 2 bags, and I got 2 home runs. Thank you, Lourdes.
Yep. Good job, buddy. Yeah, so that's it for you really said that for the accountability, and let's see what we got here this week. We got some fresh predictions, and Phoenix, you want to start up or should
I will start it up.
All right.
I can unlock my phone. Give me a second. All right. So, oh shoot, I forgot to write the new one down. All right. I'll start with the Diamondbacks will win the Padres series. Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's very likely to happen.
Yeah, they've already got one in the bag at the time of recording, so let's see what happens. I think there's a really good chance if they do that, and there's a really if they win the Padres series. I can't say this definitively because it's possible this won't be the case, but it's likely that the D-backs will be in second place in the NL West alone at that point. They definitely. It's possible that the Giants could be ahead of them or tied, but if the D-backs win 2 of the next 3 here against the Padres for the weekend, they'll probably be in second place in the West, which will be super cool.
Yeah, I agree. I'm writing a new prediction now. That's why I'm like,
All right, so good prediction. I would give that I would give that a single. I would say that there's a good chance that they win the series. It's probably, it's a 4-game series. Single or a double. I'd have to think about that one a little bit. So if you got an opinion on it, pipe up. Tell us in the comments below. And then let's see, my first prediction of the week. On the morning of June 21st, that is 2 weeks from today, the D-backs will be alone in second place in the NL West and in the NL wildcard. And I say that because they face the Padres here this series. Then they got the Angels and then the Marlins. For those of you who aren't paying attention to what's going on around Major League Baseball, the Angels and the Marlins are absolutely 2 of the 4 worst teams in baseball this season. The Angels, the Marlins, the White Sox, and the Rockies are hands down. Those 4 teams have just been so much worse than all the rest. They stand out so incredibly against the rest of the league. It's actually kind of remarkable. And so D-backs got 6 games here coming up, and I really think they can certainly win. They should at least win 4. They're all at home, and so they should win at least 4 of those 6 games. I would actually go as far to say they should hopefully win 5 of those 6 games, and that would definitely vault the D-backs into second place in the NL West. And then if they can, especially if they take care of business here against the Padres, and then if they got the Nationals after that. And it's not the Nationals aren't a great team. They're not terrible. They're just not fantastic. They're kind of bad. They're probably not. They're not contenders this year yet. They're probably still going to sell off a player or 2 at the deadline, and so their team is about as good as it's going to be for the season right now. And D-backs got to take care of business. And if they do all of that in those next 12 games, they're going to be in a really great position. I bring this up because I had said it that all season long we were talking about it back in spring training that D-backs are probably going to go into June into the month of June with a losing record. Check. As long as they're not too far out of below 500, they're going to have a really good chance to take control of the wild card by the end of June because of their strength of schedule in June. And so far in June, check. And
Do you think they will, if they get to, when they get to second place, do you think they will stay there until the next month, or when do you think they're going to fall back down? If you think that.
Yeah, I don't know. They've got a tough schedule for like the last going into the All-Star break. I would say from about June 21st, they got about a 3-week gauntlet of just really difficult games. Like they got the Twins and the Dodgers, the Braves again, I think they play. And so they've got a pretty tough schedule heading into the All-Star break. It'll be interesting to watch if they can hang on to that spot. But if they can just even get themselves there, like if they can be 500 at the All-Star break, they're going to be in a very good position because, again, coming out of the All-Star break, they have a pretty soft schedule for the next few weeks after the All-Star break as well, and into August. So that'll be great. And but I think they'll be in second place, alone in second place in the NL wildcard and in the NL West on June 21st. And I'm chalking that up to a single because I think that's a really good chance that's the case.
Yeah. All right. So for me, the best at predicting, I said D-backs will do a 3 up, 3 down in the first inning of the June 12th game. So like I'm saying that there will just be 3 up, 3 down, I guess.
You really just say that?
And which me and my
Co-host,
father, role model, we will be going to that game.
Yes, we will. We're going to be going with a bunch of friends, so it's going to be really great.
Yep.
Very cool.
Kind of like us, but they don't really care about baseball.
Not as much.
Not as much.
They're more
They're
Mariners fans than they are D-backs fans.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I just meant baseball in general.
Yeah, no, they're not as big a baseball fans as us.
Yeah, they're more cricket fans.
God. They are more football fans.
Yeah,
but,
I just wanted to.
All right. So my second prediction: the D-backs end up having a total of 3 players named to the All-Star team, and
What if there's 4? Like, is it 3 or
having
over?
3 or more players named to the All-Star. No, I'm going to say exactly 3. They're going to have exactly 3. And so I'm giving this one, if you don't have an argument, a home run. And I say that because Marte is a lock. He's absolutely there. And then they've got Christian Walker, who's right now the 3rd best first baseman in the National League. And Jock Peterson, who's the 3rd best DH in the National League. And then they got Brandon Pfaadt, who, this part's kind of amazing. Pfaadt's like somewhere, I would rank him right now somewhere between like the 7th and like 13th best starting pitcher in the National League, depending on how you want to look at that. And that's pretty incredible considering they've got Zach Gallen, who's like a top like 3 to 8 starting pitcher in the National League.
Yeah,
And
but that's
Merrill,
4 people.
Right. I'm saying I don't think they're all going to make it. I think with Marte, and then I think there's enough of a chance that one of the DHs backs out or gets hurt, one of the first basemen backs out or gets hurt, and one of Walker or Peterson gets announced. And I think there's enough pitchers that aren't going to go to the game that they're going to backfill with names that Pfaadt could make it as well. And I imagine right now, as I'm saying this, some people are like, what about Ryan Thompson? And I'm here to tell you, I know Ryan Thompson has an ERA just over 1. That's really nice. But did you know there are like 9 relief pitchers in the National League who have ERAs under 1, who a lot of them have saves, and almost all of them have nearly double the strikeout rate of Ryan Thompson, including Ryan Thompson's own teammate, Justin Martinez. There's a better chance that Justin Martinez goes to the All-Star game than there is Ryan Thompson. I know, that look.
Yeah, you just said that.
I should be the new Home Alone kid.
Yeah, you should. So anyway, I don't want anyone to be disappointed when Ryan Thompson doesn't make it, because he's not going to make it. Justin Martinez might make it. I don't think he's going to make it either, to be honest. I think two out of Walker, Fott, and Peterson have a fair chance to make it. And so I'm predicting they will have 3 players on the All-Star team.
I would do the pom-poms, but...
Yeah. All right. What's your third and final prediction, Phoenix?
Now, as I said before, this would not be
Nerd on the Dbacks pod.
a Nerd on the Dbacks pod without LGJ.
That works.
Yep, Lord Escurio Jr. So, I'm going to say, because I've made a lot of hair predictions, and he hasn't done it yet, so I just need to have the most extended time. I think he's going to change his hair before 2025.
All right.
And if he doesn't do that...
I just said that.
Did
You really just say that?
Yeah.
I short out on that.
I give that a straight home run, because I don't think there's a chance in hell that he's changing his hair. But I like where your head's at here.
You better do it.
All right.
I mean, that's like a whole year.
Yeah. I mean, 6 more months, 7 more months, but yeah. All right.
Whole
So
year of baseball.
we got a roll here. We got just a few more minutes. My final prediction is Jordan Lawlar takes at least 1 MLB plate appearance in the month of July. And I bring this up because, well, Lawlar is going to be reinstated from the 60-day injured list at Reno here at about the same time Perdomo. Probably when Perdomo gets called up to the majors is when Lawlar will take over for shortstop at AAA. And so Perdomo is one of those players on the D-backs who he's a big fan favorite. But here's the reality about Perdomo. He's a really nice player. He's a great placeholder of a player. He's just good enough to barely eke by as a MLB starting shortstop, but not really good enough that he's got that position by the gems and he's not letting go. And so he's a fan favorite, and I get it. He gets the most out of his tools, and he's a very aesthetically pleasing player, meaning he works the count, and he's a speedy slap hitter. He can steal base. He plays very good defense. He's super high energy. He's always a great quote. He puts out amazing videos on Instagram. He's a team leader, and he's pretty much the entire package of the type of player every hometown team fans love to root for. That said, his best role is utility player. What's great about him being a utility player is, in his short career that he's had so far, he, as a utility player, does come in on the strong side of a platoon. And I could possibly see Perdomo moving over to third base in a platoon with Suarez later this season when Lawlar takes over shortstop, because Lawlar is now the 4th highest ranked prospect according to Fangraphs, of all the players in Major League Baseball that are still in the minors. He's ranked 7th overall, but 3 of the guys ahead of him are in the majors, and they're probably not going back. And so he's playing on a rehab assignment in complex league, rookie complex league. He's raking. You expect him to, and he's a player of that caliber, but it's good to see that he's doing it. Now we get to see pretty soon what he's going to look like at Reno. You can watch him for 25, 30 games. And if he's mashing, I expect that they bring him up to be the starting shortstop before July is over. And Perdomo moves to that utility role, maybe a strong slide platoon at third base. Perdomo's not the level of player that he's an impediment to a serious team that's installing Jordan at shortstop for a second championship run in as many years. He's probably today, meaning Jordan Lawlar. Jordan Lawlar right now, today, is probably the superior shortstop talent of the two. And that's not even going into the future. That's just today. For the rest of 2024, Lawlar is probably the better shortstop. Lawlar is a baseball Hall of Fame talent if all things break right for him. I don't think he's actually going to do that, but if he plays to his 100th percentile, he's there. Perdomo probably doesn't stay past MLB and stay in MLB past his 34th birthday. That's still a great 10-year career, and that's awesome. And even if he makes it to his 34th birthday and is still in Major League Baseball, if he makes it to his 32nd birthday and is still in Major League Baseball, that's an incredible success for the kind of tools this guy brings to the table. But the thing is, a 100 percentile outcome for Geraldo Perdomo is Mark Grudzielanek, something like Mark Grudzielanek. And I know you're saying, who?
Hold on. Why are you saying you're an owl?
But Mark Grudzielanek was a fine player who had like a 15-year career, but he was never anything great. Never made any All-Star games. Even Perdomo's already got that under his belt. So but he was just fine. Lawlar's 100 percentile outcome is something like Francisco Lindor, who is a first ballot Hall of Fame shortstop right now. And so I don't think either of those guys are going to reach their 100th percentile, but that's just to give you the difference in ideas of what these guys really are. And you make room for Francisco Lindor and you make room for Jordan Lawlar as soon as you think they are ready to take over. So that's what I'm saying. Lawlar will have at least one MLB plate appearance in the month of July.
All right.
Woo. All right, we got to wrap this up. So with that, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Oh man, I said all the things out of order. So scratch that, cut it, rewind it, play it back. Please like, comment, subscribe, and channel your inner kindergartner and
Share.
Yes, thank you. With that, we just got to go. So bye.
Are you kidding? They say our trash can stinks.